We're there. The Robert Coover Award for a work of electronic literature is an award given for the best work of electronic literature of any length or genre, bestowed by the Electronic Literature Organization and funded through generous donation from supporters and members of the ELO. This annual prize aims to recognize creative excellence. This year's judges, Kwabena Opoku Aknyamang, Florence Walker, and Lyle Skanes. So the winner is Espejo de Carne de Benjamín Escalonilla Godayol. And Benjamin is here with us on Zoom, and we will be able to hear his words of welcome, his words, after the judges' comments. So, Benjamin, be ready. Next slide, please. Judges' comment? No, we're good there. The judges found Espejo de Carne delightfully visceral and weird, full of flavor and thoughtfulness. The narrative resonates intensely, and the music is used in a multiplicative effect to both heighten the text and encourage the reader to linger on particular passages. On its own, the text is compelling, well-written, a science fiction-oriented dive into the reader-player's birth as a cloned human, experiencing the rawness and newness of life, the universe, and everything. The presentation is curated, technically flawless, easing the reader-player into the interactivity, even as they become engrossed in this story of themselves as duplicate, guided by interactions with their OG human. Techies might find the electronic in this work of electronic literature slow to develop, but we found the confluence of a strong narrative, an original voice, the seeding and layering of multiple modes and carefully considered interactivity to work beautifully to convey a story that manages to put the reader-player deeply, immersively into a character's life without resorting to overt gameplay or gimmicks. Espejo de Carne's subtle use of choice, linkage, and multimedia place the reader-player firmly within an interesting and enjoyable interactive narrative. And so I would like to now give Benjamin an opportunity to address the audience, which you cannot see from Zoom right now. Oh, very good. Benjamin, we cannot hear you. This is great. You don't seem to be muted. Let's make sure our audio is on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you now. All you, Benjamin, all you.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here and receive this wonderful Coover Award. Sorry for my English, I'll do my best. I've been creating digital literature since 1999. I've written text using Shockwave Director, Flash, in web formats, and since last year, through the literature publishing house Las Quince Letras, I see this award as both recognition and motivation to continue writing digital text. My passion and joy lie in electronic literature. For me, it's about taking advantage of the resources of the digital environment to enrich the reading of literature pieces, improving the reader's experience and the literature itself. In the case of this novel, Espejo de Carne, there's interaction, randomness, kinetic text, a soundtrack composed specifically for the work by Maldita Luz Granate, images and video. All these digital elements are part of the novel and aim to make the reading experience more thrilling. The novel begins like this: year 2079. Welcome to the world, dear. You are feeling confused because you still don't know what this is about. Beginnings are like that, and in any case, being born is always being born. Your name is Zero. I'm Eustaquio Figueroa, and you are my clone. The use of the second person remains throughout. You are, you do, involving the reader, inviting them to participate and engage with the text, to choose options, dialogues, to play. my obsession is to create works of electronic literature that move readers and allow them to enjoy it even more than a paper text. I'm convinced this is a path full of potential. I truly believe it. In this novel, I aim for the interactive choices to be part of the narrative, involving the reader and making them think about which choice to make, and letting the outcomes of their decisions become part of the overall idea of the work. I use animated text to direct the reader's attention to where I found it most important, convinced that this technique has more impact than metaphor and helps improve the reading experience. The creation of videos and images in this work also serve the story. They are not just decoration. They are part of the novel's core concept. The element of randomness appears at a playful moment, providing a needed pause in the narrative flow when the clown falls in love. This award gives a huge boost to my literary work, and I can announce today that I will dedicate time to creating the English version of the novel. Very soon, I will be available in a proper English translation. Thank you for making that possible. To finish, I invite you to explore and participate in our digital literary publishing house, Las 15 Letras, where we follow this philosophy of creating work in which digital tools enhance quality literature, and where reading becomes a new experience for the reader. In the publishing house, we have this quote from Kenneth Goldsmith in 2011 that inspires greatly. Apparently, most writing today continues as if the internet have never has been invented. Since Las 15 Letras was founded last year, we believe we found a solution for the monetization of this text. What we now need is to expand our reach, and this award is a huge step forward in that direction. Thank you for that. Thank you for this award. See you in the next year.
Congratulations, and thank you, and yes, we will make some good noise. All right.